Welcome to the Lesser Known, where we explore the complex dynamics of lesser-known geopolitical issues and events that shape our world. Today, we're journeying to the eastern edge of Asia, where a young nation has emerged from a turbulent past. Timor-Leste, also known as East Timor, has faced colonialism, occupation, and struggle for independence. Yet, despite these challenges, this small island nation has forged a unique path, shaped by its rich cultural heritage and resilience. From its ancient traditions to its modern-day political landscape, Timor-Leste offers a fascinating case study in geopolitics. Join us as we delve into the history, struggles, and aspirations of this Southeast Asian nation, and discover what makes Timor-Leste a compelling story in the world of geopolitics. Timor-Leste's history is a rich tapestry of indigenous traditions and colonial influences. Under Portuguese rule starting in the 16th century until 1975, the country absorbed Portuguese language, religion, architecture, education, and cuisine, blending them with its unique cultural identity. However, Indonesia's invasion in 1975 sparked a 24-year occupation marked by human rights abuses and resistance movements. The Santa Cruz Massacre in 1991 galvanized the independence struggle, leading to a UN-brokered referendum in 1999. In this historic vote, the Timorese overwhelmingly chose independence, with 78.5% of voters supporting separation from Indonesia. Despite pro-Indonesian militias' violence and intimidation, the referendum marked a decisive step towards self-determination, paving the way for Timor-Leste's recognition as an independent nation on May 20, 2002. In recent years, Timor-Leste has made significant progress in developing its economy with a focus on diversifying its revenue streams and reducing its dependence on oil revenues. The country has abundant natural resources, including oil, gas, and minerals. However, not wanting to rely on only one golden egg that could go rotten, it is also investing in other sectors, such as agriculture, tourism, and manufacturing. The Timor-Leste National Development Plan sets out a vision for development until 2030, including goals for infrastructure, economic growth, and poverty reduction. Major initiatives include the Tassi Main project, developing the south coast with a new port, airport, and industrial park, and supporting the coffee and cocoa industries through productivity and quality improvements and export market promotion. The tourism sector is also being promoted through the Timor-Leste Tourism Master Plan and infrastructure investments, while the Timor-Leste Investment Agency aims to attract foreign investment and promote private sector growth. These efforts aim to create jobs, increase revenue, and reduce poverty, building a more diversified and sustainable economy. On its journey to prosperity, Timor-Leste faces geopolitical tensions stemming from its history, borders, and natural resources. Most notably, tensions with Australia have caused it much grief. Maritime boundary disputes between Australia and Timor-Leste have its roots in the 1970s, when both countries began to explore the resources of the Timor Sea. The area is rich in oil and gas, and the Greater Sunrise Field, which sits partially in Timor-Leste's territorial waters, is one of the largest untapped reserves in the region. In 1972, Australia and Indonesia signed the Timor Gap Treaty, which established a boundary between the two countries in the Timor Sea. However, this treaty did not include Timor-Leste, which was then under Indonesian occupation. After Timor-Leste gained independence in 2002, it began to push for a greater share of the resources and a more definitive maritime boundary. Australia and Timor-Leste signed the Certain Maritime Arrangements in the Timor Sea (CMATS) Treaty in 2006, which established a temporary boundary and a 50-50 split of revenue from the Greater Sunrise Field. Timor-Leste has long argued that the maritime boundary should be drawn closer to Australia's coastline, giving it a greater share of the resources in the Timor Sea. Timor-Leste's government and civil society groups have made several key arguments, including historical and cultural ties to the sea, economic needs to fuel development, and the right to exercise sovereignty over its waters and resources as recognized by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Australia, on the other hand, has maintained that the existing treaty and boundary, established through the 2002 Timor Sea Treaty and the 2006 Certain Maritime Arrangements in the Timor Sea (CMATS), should be maintained, arguing that it provides a stable and predictable framework for resource sharing and development in the Timor Sea, and that changing the boundary could set a precedent for other maritime disputes and undermine the rule of law in the region, while also highlighting Australia's concerns about Timor-Leste's ability to manage and regulate the development of the field, and its own significant investment in the development of the Greater Sunrise Field, which would be impacted by a change in the boundary. In 2018, Timor-Leste and Australia signed a boundary agreement that established a permanent maritime boundary in the Timor Sea, which was hailed as a major breakthrough in the dispute. The agreement created a new boundary that gives Timor-Leste a greater share of the resources in the Greater Sunrise gas field. However, the agreement also included a controversial clause that requires Timor-Leste to drop its claims to the larger portion of the Timor Sea and to relinquish its rights to any future maritime boundary adjustments. Despite this, the agreement represents a significant step towards resolving the dispute and has helped to improve relations between the two countries. Although the boundary dispute has been resolved, the development of the Greater Sunrise Field remains a topic of negotiation. While Timor-Leste aspires to build a pipeline and processing plant within its borders, thereby generating revenue, creating jobs, and showcasing its sovereignty, investors harbor concerns about the country's capacity to execute the project without delays. Two options have been presented to Timor-Leste: build the infrastructure in-country with a 70-30 revenue split, or pipe the gas to Australia, where existing infrastructure and expertise would result in an 80-20 revenue split. Timor-Leste must weigh the pros and cons of each option carefully to make an informed decision that balances its economic and strategic interests. The land border with Indonesia poses concerns about illegal trade and smuggling due to a history of tensions between the two nations. Goods like diesel fuel, rice, and cigarettes are frequently smuggled from Indonesia into Timor-Leste, resulting in significant revenue losses due to tax and import duty evasion. Moreover, Timor-Leste has been used as a transshipment point for illegal drugs like methamphetamine and heroin, bound for Australia and other countries. Although the 2019 border agreement aimed to address these issues, its implementation has been sluggish, perpetuating ongoing disputes and leaving room for continued illegal activities. Furthermore, Timor-Leste's proximity to the South China Sea has sparked concerns about China's growing influence in the region. China has invested heavily in Timor-Leste's infrastructure and natural resources, leading to fears of debt traps and Chinese leverage over the country's politics and economy. This has implications for Timor-Leste's sovereignty and regional relationships, as well as potential environmental and social impacts. These geopolitical tensions require careful management and diplomacy to ensure Timor-Leste's economic development and political stability, while maintaining good relationships with its neighbors and avoiding undue influence from larger powers. The future of Timor-Leste hinges on its capacity to address pressing challenges such as poverty, inadequate infrastructure, and political tensions. Navigating the complex geopolitical landscape is crucial for the country's progress. By focusing on robust institution building, continued investment in human capital, and sustainable economic growth, Timor-Leste can overcome obstacles and capitalize on opportunities. With its rich cultural heritage, breathtaking natural beauty, and untapped resources, the country has enormous potential for tourism and agriculture, while its oil and gas reserves provide a reliable source of revenue. By tackling challenges and harnessing opportunities, Timor-Leste can emerge as a formidable player in the region, driving growth and prosperity for its people. Thanks for watching The Lesser Known. Join me next time as we explore the complex and fascinating world of geopolitics. Don't miss out on in-depth analysis and insights. Subscribe now and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. Your likes and subscriptions help us grow and bring you more content. See you in the next video.